Okay, so just carrying on from my last video, but wanted to get into a little bit for the some dragon wisdom of some feminine dragon wisdom on love and commitment to self and sharing one's knowledge with their community. We will be here with you to share our wisdom in the coming months, years. By your side, we will be for unity, for unity's sake. We must make these changes, these developments. Come at a time of chaos. And changes needed, required, desired. We've fired our hearts wide open. The flaming hearts, the twin flames. Not just the twin flames. We call to you now to spread your wings, to fly high, for one and all, brothers and sisters, to unite our flight united brings strength to this wisdom being shared from all angles. Like this angel's voice, we carry our frequency to heal those ready to be healed, ready to see the seasons change around you. Times are changing. We're evolving to that luminous, humanous subset of humanity. rise higher than ever before. They'll no longer be able to be cast aside. They'll shine so bright. Spread your wings, wild things. Cast the net wide into the night. Those jewels shine so bright. Like far out of sight. Ride your bright spark. I'm just seeing this fire, you know, when you're around the campfire and the sparks are just off the fire and just like, that's the vision I was just getting. Like rise, we're rising. Gaia Oracle, Hearts on Fire. Elemental wisdom. Do what we were born to do. We're a bunch of elements, you know. Our hearts are on fire. Let them burn. Do what you were born to do. Be who you are. Like we're those flames. Let it burn. Don't think that you have to put out your fire. You know what I mean? Don't smother yourself. Just don't smother your light. Yeah, let the lantern burn bright. The ocean of eternal love, healing, creativity, fertility. Oh, it's like that. That little flames rising higher. Eternal love, the ocean of eternal love. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Channeling I got about the big ocean. Like we've been told that we live in this tiny little pond, but you know, it's the time that we're now realizing that we're actually in a big ocean. That fact can't be hidden anymore. You know what I mean? It's been able to be hidden for so long. We've been convinced that we're in this tiny little pond and that just won't fly anymore, you know what I mean? It's also number 44, this card, full blue moon. 44 is such a massive number for me. A super full blue, super blue full moon love is one of my poems, and you know, that was a poem about, you know, my true love, and just how amazing it is. Like, it's like, you know, that once in a blue moon love. Well, it's like a super blue moon, once in a super blue moon type love. And you know, it's just that, it's that next level love. And I don't know, I guess maybe so many of us are being convinced that that's just not reality, but to me that's my reality. We've got Sweet 16, Winter's End, Regeneration, Rebirth, Positive Outcome, Rebirth of the feminine, and becoming the real you, I would say. Peace, dissolving unwanted and disturbing thoughts. That's been really big for me the last couple of weeks. Wow, God, it's never ending, isn't it, that? But yeah, and I think the sun is doing that to us now, and that's what this card's kind of like showing, is the sun and the sun's rays. Like, we're really getting hammered with the sun's love right now, and there's nothing quite like the divine masculine love of Ra being shone on us, whether you like it or not. It's soaking into us, and it is healing so much of the old shit from our lives and all our past. That's how strong his divine masculine's love is being shone on us. It's going through us into our past and healing it all and coming back so we can be fully embodied type thing. Crazy. But I mean, you've literally just got to go outside and see how bright he's shining right now, and that is absolute, the divine throwing his freaking love cuddles all over us right now. Filling up our love puddles. Alright, so these are my new love cards. We've got Romeo and Juliet here, dating. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? Number 8. The magic 8 ball. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? Art. creativity. And we got 28, self-respect. I would say it's being divinely guided from the stars, from the clouds, heading to the castle of love. The love shack. Oh, and there's a fairy waiting for him. Connection. We got number 6. Connection. There is music happening, there is sunset, there is champagne, there is a love letter, there is dancing, there are palm trees on the beach, bare feet in sand. That is heaven. I've got some flowers in the front. They look like hibiscus, which is very, true feminine. Kali Ma, maybe the shivers happening there. And we got inner peace, you are enough. And I forgive myself, I am forgiven. Forgiveness, 14. And there's bunnies, there's rubies, there's roses, there's angels pouring golden light all over you. We've got the Rainbow Reviver. She's on a swing with balloons in the clouds. Number 24. Chivalry. He's got his pony, his eagle, his roses, and his purple cape. I look at that and I think like Saint Germain. One for all and all for one. And reparenting yourself. Number 25. Today's the 25th, lest we forget. Butterflies. Looks like the golden egg and the lake. And yeah, maybe, our higher self helping us reparent ourselves, looking after ourselves there. There is like so much guidance and support to be had when you tap in there to the divine feminine, divine masculine, to Mother Earth, Father Sun. to the ocean. And what do the dragons have to say on love? True love. Ashtar, Shirin, and Turbo, and Aya, and Othala. Ashtar. Shirin, the shape of you. Oh dear me. Ashtar 40. Ashtar, command me to be free. Who is Ashtar Shirin? Many people have asked themselves this question. Some believe that he comes from the Alpha Centauri binary star system, but if you ask Ashtar Shirin himself, he will simply smile and decline to answer. That sounds like Ashtar. Bugger. We will assume that nobody should know exactly where he comes from in order to deter any unworthy people from seeking to make use of the incredibly powerful energies to be found there. Ashtar Shirin is the commander of a great fleet of light ships and an ambassador of peace. He has come to guide us to an evolutionary stage in which we will acquire the ability to develop absolutely clean forms of energy and sustainable technology. A message from Ashtar Shirin. Shirin. Turn back time, Ashtar. Greetings, my friend. We have known each other for such a long time and have gone through so much together. I often mention your name with a smile and with love in my heart when I recount tales of past experiences. We do this often. The time has now come to renew our friendship. Remember the great feeling that a friendship nourished by the purest love brings. A clear and unsullied love free of conditions or judgment. I accept you as you are, and you accept me as I am. And that's how it always was and always will be. Create such friendships with the people around you, and you will be one of the richest beings in the universe, and you will also find and bring peace. Since the creation of his soul, Ashtar Shirin has been connected with a dragon called Turbo. God, I wonder if that's why Sonic Hedgehog has been coming through. Nitro, like, it's time to press the freaking turbo button. Once upon a time, many years ago, all the knowledge of Lemuria and Atlantis was stored in the scales on my body. I now bring this knowledge to you, the people who are open to receiving it. Take in and absorb this knowledge of pure technologies, even if you are no scientist. Carry it in your light body, and you will one day pass it on to someone who can make use of it. Meditate, call Ashtar Shirin and me to you, and allow us to store this knowledge in your light body for a time. It would be a great help and an act of friendship towards the earth. Fuck, I was literally thinking about that today because I've been getting like all these ideas of kind of inventions, and like I would so love for, you know, things to be invented to help clean up the environment, and so much stuff has been coming through, but I'm like, I don't really want to do that, so I haven't been looking into it, and I've just kind of been hoping like, all right, well, put it into me, and I'm hoping that by you putting it into me, because I'm receptive to receiving it, I'm like just the conduit that it's like gonna come through me, but then just be sent out to whoever's ready to fucking actually do it in, you know, in real life. Because fuck, it's like so many different random ideas, and all this kind of sciencey stuff comes through me, and I know that it's like there's something, you know, like to it. but like, part of me is interested in it because I want to help the environment, but I know that's not really like my path. And it's just, yeah, it's kind of interesting that comes through, because I think a big thing about this, like, people that are really open to getting like downloads and stuff, is that, and I've struggled with this myself because of the amount of information that has come through my head. It has literally confused the shit out of me of like, well, which path am I meant to go down? Because I literally fucking, it's just like, it's almost like there's just so much information has come like into my head, or that I could, you know, go down. But, and this is what kind of the message of what I'm like learning to accept, is that I'm a multi-use tool for them. I am like a conduit, so what they send me comes down to this field for other people to get. So I'm like a plug that they plug into, and then my plug, where I'm already plugged into this kind of field, like as I'm walking around, this stuff just goes out energetically from me. So, you know, and also I can also choose to utilize any of this stuff that comes through me if I so choose. But, you know, and I mean, it's been kind of hard because like I'm interested in a lot of different things. So I've thought about it, grabbing hold of many different areas of this, and I'm still spinning from all this information that's kind of, I'm feeling is available to me and is coming like through me. Yeah, and it's kind of taken me a while, and I'm still coming to the point of accepting and understanding that I'm like a multi-tool. That just because it's coming through me and I'm kind of absorbing it, it doesn't mean that they expect me to use every bit of information that comes through. Like, that, you know, that nothing is expected of me, that, you know, my job is still, the job of everyone is to find what your feel good vibe takes you to, and I get to choose, like we all do, like we're all free, it's all free choice. But, you know, and yeah, so that's, you know, that's kind of a good little reassurance for myself. And I guess there's one bit of advice for anyone out there getting freaking massive downloads of information. You know, just because you're getting it, like obviously there is a use for it for you to understand things further, but it's not like you have to use it, because even if you choose not to use it, like that, it coming through you will still, it's not going to stop with you. Like, you will take that somewhere, it will find its place, you know. Just because you're the conduit it's coming through, you know, it doesn't mean that you're the one that has to do anything with it. So you still follow your vibe, your magnet. yeah, that's been a hard one. That's been a hard one, like, to really fully sink in it. And it's like I have to remind myself that, like, every day of remember I've got to remember that you know, all I'm expected is to be happy and be me, enjoy what I'm doing each day, and whatever that is. And that's the best thing that I can do. It's the vibe I'm in that is the best result for them, no matter what it is. So the higher the vibe, the happier I am with what I'm doing, the best result for fucking everyone. And that goes for everyone. Because if you're loving what you're doing a great job. If you're really loving it, if you've found your magnet, then you're winning. And yeah. And you know, the journey to finding your magnet, it never kind of ends, like, by, you know, where it doesn't really ever stop, you know what I mean? Like, and it can change. You're not locked into anything. It's the feel-good vibe. So you just follow your feel-good vibe, your godly vibe, your goodly vibe, the goodies. You know. Alright. Othala and Aya. Aya is the goddess of mercy and the healing arts. She lives on the Leifjaberg, the hill of healing, and is the most skilled healer of the Isa, the Germanic gods. She trains healers in all worlds, times, and dimensions. Aya is also Freya's best friend, and like Freya, a Valkyrie. The Valkyries carry the bodies of warriors who have fallen in battle to Valhalla. Although Aya is generally occupied, she's kind of telling me that I'm mispronouncing that, but I'm not sure if I can wrap my ear. Aya? Ear. With healing the wounded or those close to death. Freya watches with a smile on her lips. Ear admires Freya and often assists her. Ear's energy is like that of Nurder in Old Norse, the rune of need and distress. A message from Ear. It is possible, I'm still not getting it right apparently. It is possible to influence the wheel of fortune, but to do this you must change your thoughts, words and deeds. You can also travel in meditation to the weavers of destiny and ask them for a light-filled path. Ask Skuld, the weaver who holds the threads of your future in her hands, to weave them again. Skuld is well disposed towards humans and will listen to you if your heart is filled with love. However, you can also influence your destiny yourself. I, Ear, now bring you magic and initiation. Magic is the ability to influence destiny and to obtain new knowledge. Recognize your divinity and take your fate into your own hands. You can change the wheel of fortune into the wheel of happiness. Ear is connected with the graceful female dragon, Othala. Message from Othala. Once on the path of magic, you will create the kingdom of peace here on earth using your will alone. Understand that the magic you have internalized and applied will not be lost when you transition into a new life. New knowledge. Old knowledge becoming new again. What else, guys? Archeo. Who are we talking to here? We've got masculine and feminine, do we? We've got friendship. Strive for divinity in your words, thoughts, and deeds, and shape your life according to your desires. The magic required for this is entering your life now. Friendship requires attention, nurture it. Alright. Kind of looks like Madonna there from the Immaculate Conception album. I think we've got Mary coming through. Midwife. Okay. Mother Mary. Survivor. Angel. Angel and Alchemist coming through with her wraith. Madonna. We got the arch window in the background there. I don't think I've read this one yet. The Heraith is elusive. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Heraith. She is the sense of loss and nostalgia we feel for a place or a person that we never knew. She is the missing, that which lingers like a dull, aching grief in your bones. If you chase her, she will recede, but if you invite her to make herself known, she may approach and relieve you of your hollow longing. Persona. The Heraith touches something within us that sits haunched and gnawing in a corner of our souls, a vaguely conscious emotion that can never be brought to the surface and named. The Welsh have a word for this amorphous sensation, Heraith, defined as a homesickness for a home to which you cannot return, a place which maybe never was, the nostalgia, yearning, or grief for lost terrains of your past, or the sadness that comes from knowing that someone who is deeply important to you is forever just out of sight. When we are young, we often believe this someone to be our kindred spirit, our love. Later we realize the missing person resides within, and in order to negate the clinging feelings of lost, we try to mend our sense of being broken by searching for a way to bring together the fragmented parts. In hindsight, the missing part of us may in reality be what it first seemed, a shadow companion whose presence will only break cover when we turn sharply to embrace it. The higher self, the alchemist, yeah, the angel. That would be our pure spirit self, the angel within us, our highest, our higher self, the purest form of ourself, which we all have inside of ourselves. Yeah, like what I'm getting, like if you see that, you know, like this window, the arch window, how we've got all the different angles here, which remind me of angels, and it is just the what's the word for our light being distorted from the pure version of our light, and it's like, you know, our journey down here as humans is like unbending ourselves, unbending our frequency, straightening our frequency, finding our right frequency to tap back into our pure frequency, to really open that connection. And it's like, you know, the in-between, the layers in between of what we are here and shit that's been put on top of us. It is like we've been fragmented, and it's like our purpose is to like remove these layers so our frequency can line up right, can break through, can be less fragmented, can have a clearer path. Like if you think of a crystal type thing, like, you know, like if we're like all, you know, kind of this jagged edge and all those bits, you know, in between kind of being all fragmented, right? Like this is our pure self up the top here, right? Like it's crystal clear at the top, you know, pretty much. And, you know, the lower down you go, it's been more and more like, I don't know if you can really see it, but more and more fragmented, like the lower down, and it's all like rough that you can't even see through it at the bottom. And it's like, you know, we're down here and we can't even see that we're actually this crystal clear, beautiful, pure frequency that this crystal has at the top. But we are that. We are angels. We are the pure frequency that is part of us. But all this shit that covers us is blocking that frequency from really, you know, opening up, getting through. And you know, we just kind of gotta, you know, realize and kind of go clear away and climb up through that crystal to be in our pure state, which is, you know, crystal clear crystal clear at the top, that, you know, type thing. So, okay. Alright, so we're talking about love, true love. You know, finding our true frequency. Friendship, connection. The owl. Abundance, clairvoyant, treasures. The owl is mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth and beauty and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With our wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. A bounty awaits. I'm getting a lot of personal messages from that one. because I've got a poem that talks, it's called Bounty, I think. It talks about the boon that you get at the end of your, diving for the treasures, like deep diving into the dark abyss of your, like shadow self. But, when you've come up and you've found your crown, you've found your inner gems, inner gold, and, for me, I saw at the end of that journey, for me, is the true boon is being prepared for the divine love at the end of it. And that's the way I feel with my, like twin flame counterpart type journey. And, with myself, I feel like, heart's on fire there. We're really getting there with, we're learning to be, that wisdom we've found within ourselves. Like we know what true unconditional love is, true friendship, true partnership, what the divine, having a connection with your higher self, and that divine love is such a big part of that. And it is a bounty. It is a treasure. That we work fucking hard for. And I feel like, this is coming back, and there is so much wisdom coming along with it that we're going to be sharing with everyone when, the reunion comes together of the masculine and feminine. It's just next level, like abundance in all areas type thing. So I'm gonna quickly get into the past life energies and see if anything comes through for, let's go masculine past life. I've just locked eyes on my Beowulf deck, and there's this like warrior's helmet. So immediately, like the masculine, I'm getting freaking, obviously soldier. It's almost like that Sparta vibe. The warrior freaking essence of what they've freaking been through. A soldier coming home. This is one of these messages I got today. It's actually like, the warrior's finally coming home. Servitude, loss of power or control. Oh, that's interesting. The warriors come home. This chick is on her knees, serving this guy a platter of grapes by the looks. And like, because in some of my poems, I'm like, I've got the 50 Shades of Grey kind of link going on, on your knees, plait your hair. I'm getting that vibe from this picture. He's freaking laughing, this guy. Loss of power or control. Well, I'm going to change that, and I'm even going to change the letters of loss, and I'm going to, you know, say soul. Soul servitude to each other, I would say, because he doesn't look freaking demanding at all. He's like quite happy, and it is like that whole 50 Shades thing of it's almost like they're role playing. You know what I mean? But I mean that's where my mind is going, because like I'm so far past the idea of servitude and loss of power or control. Like I feel like we are all like done with that, and the meaning of servitude now is that it is, I mean, it is more like the whole 50 Shades thing, as that if I serve you is because I am so fully empowered. Like I will get down on my knees for you, and I will let you plait my hair. Like I am allowing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and maybe, you know, we're just all getting past this idea that we've lost all power and control. We've just regained it to the point that it doesn't mean the same thing anymore. And like, I mean, I've heard a few enlightened masculine men talk about this, how they now feel that providing for their feminine is the most empowered thing that they can do. Like it is like we've gone so far that it's flipped, that we're now giving to our partner. Like, you know, when you've gotten to this point and you're in this divine connection, that servitude becomes worshipping of your love, and you're doing it equally. And it's not about losing power or control. It is about showing it. It's about giving it and receiving it and igniting it. It has a whole different meaning to it, you know. But you know, I mean, if you're looking at past life kind of aspects to it, I mean, there's pillars. It's obviously a Roman vibe, getting the whole Venus Apollo thing. In one of my last poems as well. It's funny, but Oracle of Delphi as well. But like if you like have a step back and look at the evolution of those kind of ideas, you could look at the shadow and light side. That masculine feminine dynamic has gone, you know, and that's, you know, that dynamic, servitude, loss of power or control. Like you could take those ideas and fucking go dark with it. You could go so far fucking dark. on both sides. And thank fuck, I think we've actually done it. I think we've actually gone as far as we can on like all the different freaking roller coaster of those things, and I think we're, in my mind, you know, coming into a divine connection, you've processed all of it, you've healed all of it to the point that you now play with it in such a empowered, strengthening, fucking sexy way of worshipping your partner and receiving love in that kind of servitude, give, take, power, empowerment vibe. And abandonment, feelings of unworthiness and rejection. I mean, this kind of relates, it relates to me and my journey quite a bit. I would say, if that's on the masculine side, I can understand his side, on his side there. And abandonment, feelings of unworthiness and rejection. And probably both of us, to be honest. The abandonment one is, you know, really hard to get over. Feelings of unworthiness and rejection. You know, when you can provide yourself the feeling of worthiness, when you know you're worthy, it all falls away. It all starts to fall away. And next level to that, when you get connected, it's just, I mean, when you feel the freaking, when you're connected to the divine, when you feel your connection with such beauty and love, you can't feel unworthy anymore at all, and it just heals so much. But there is still so many different layers to it, and you still have to work all through that. And yeah, and it is just, I mean, it is really hard. Like, I mean, I feel like I'm in that journey, in this separation. What, you know, I'm not with my partner, so it is such a struggle to not feel, to not like fall back into those type of feelings, you know, the loss of power or control and the abandonment, like not being with your partner, you're not feeling rejected when you're not with them. I mean, it's nearly goddamn impossible, but by being connected at the same time of going through this, you heal so much on levels that go to a place that most people aren't even aware of, and I think that's why people on this kind of journey do some really fucking deep healing, to the point where, you know, because of that level of awareness and healing and connection, you just get schooled on a level that not many people actually get to experience. It's not part of their journey. So it's a rare point, it's a rare layer of the onion that you get schooled on, are able to get schooled on, that has such pearls of wisdom, of inner healing, that can be of use to literally fucking everyone on their own healing journey. And that's why so many divine union pairings, people become teachers to share the wisdom that they've learned, because it is intense and so fucking powerful for the inner healing. And also on the other side of that, the level of love that can be achieved by that damn right should be shared with everyone, so they know that the inner struggle and turmoil to like break through those layers, whether it's self layers or relationship layers, there is such wisdom and such beauty and such love and connection available to you, like by doing that. And because that journey of the divine union pairing is not that common, that it's a unique skill set, a unique viewpoint, that is so beautiful, hard, that it just has so much fruit, that everyone wants that fruit. And it is almost like your duty. If you get that fruit, then it's your duty to share it. And that's why it seems like so many of these divine counterpart pairings end up being amazing teachers to share their bounty. They've fucking dug hard for that pirate's treasure, that boon, that bounty, the chest full of gems. And by the time that they get that treasure chest together on the beach, like they've worked their fucking asses off. They've solved all the riddles of the pirate's map and gone deep diving for their clues and all that all that stuff, you know what I mean, like. And the bliss, the bounty of the treasure at the end of that treasure hunt is literally priceless and needs to be shared. And it's just no wonder why there is so many of these twin flames out there, these partners out there that are sharing their wisdom in whatever way that they so choose, like whatever's their thing. But it is a crazy healing journey. Really intense, but absolutely, it's so powerful, like mind-blowingly, like, amazing. Fuck, I don't know. Anyway, and last one, community, personal or professional connections. They're working together there to hollow out the canoe, ready to sail the boat. The men and women, they're working together, tribal life, the teepee community. Again, I think there's, it's the old ways coming back, being shared. in a tribal mentality, which is for the benefit of everyone. It is sharing knowledge openly, because it's knowledge everyone should have, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to share it, like, freely. And then we are parent, child, family. Deceit, betrayal, manipulation. Family is such a difficult one, hey? Especially when it is rife with manipulation and betrayal. Like, you know, if you've had to bury yourself, you know, inside in order to fit in with your family, there's some traumas that have to go pretty deep, and to like to break through those in order to be a free, sovereign, self-sovereign human being. And especially when you come into this, like, you know, you meet your counterpart or whatever, literally you have to have a blank slate to start that relationship properly, like to go into that relationship. So if you've had you know, if you've got toxic relationships going on in your life or in your family, you have to go back and completely cleanse that before you go into this connection. And this is what I'm saying, that like, there's no getting out of the fact of having to be a completely clean your slate before having this type of relationship. And it is really it's really interesting that it works that way. But that's the way it is, and that's why it's like hella intense, because it's like you meet this person, you get like activated and enlightened, but then you have to go intensely deal with every aspect of shit in your life to become your clean slate, blank slate, and then go forward. And so you have to go through every layer. You have to go through every layer of yourself and the people around you, pretty much. Yeah, crazy. We got number 44 again, energetic realm, the life between lives. I was listening to a bit of that kind of stuff in the and warrior, courage, taking on challenges. This kind of thing in the Dolores Cannon books about what we do in between these past lives that are really traumatic, and, you know, going to rest and let it kind of exit our beingness, and kind of coming in clean a little bit. And then we've got Archangel Uriel and Metatron coming through. Ancient wisdom, understanding, passion, spirit, connections. So, you know, this is what happens when you actually get through to the point of and who's helping us deal with all the shit past lives, that, you know, the karma or whatever that we've had to deal with, the trauma of past lives, and then dealing with it and coming into love, and letting that go, healing it, and then coming into union. So then there's, you know, two beautiful hearts coming together on fire. Just freaking go wah, and, you know, share all the blessings going forward. Got communication is key. completely. Conclusions are within reach. Yeah, we're getting there. You're very close to achieving your goal. Don't stop now. Your hard work is paying off. Don't let your past hold you back. Sun God and Ezra, free yourself from lies and deception and live your truth. Shine in your own light. Other people's truths are of no use to you. Sun God. Look at him. That is like literally the face almost of the dragon that I saw in my freaking vision one night. The crab, new moon in Cancer, you and your loved ones are safe. Alright, one last one. The answers you need are coming. Okie dokie. The temple, abundance, magic. The breath, the tree, the dream, the dream weaver, the tree of life, growth, and the breath. In and out, masculine, feminine. These ones were calling to me then. Every breath you take, I'll be watching you. Sprout. It looks like oyster mushrooms shooting out of a skull. I literally ate oyster mushrooms this evening. And roots. The roots are going down and the mushrooms are sprouting up. There's growth. Very quick growth after the death. Metaphorical death. The mirror. Man in the mirror. The hair. Big ears. The listener. The goat. The oath. Cutting the flat off. Let you cut my hair. And the pomegranate again. Temperance. A holy grail and the snake. The snake's drinking. He's thirsty. The lantern. Looks like it's got fairy lights in there. And the staff. The water jug. Looks like someone's left their staff leaning against a tree, maybe while they're going playing in the hay. Fingers crossed. Alright, I'll leave it there. It's gone on for ages.